All right, this is the Austin Anderson Show. It is Friday, October 10th. I'm excited. I get to go see some of my buddies tomorrow at a cabin in northern Nebraska, kind of by the South Dakota border, kind of by Yankton. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to shoot so many guns, blow up so many things. That Tannerite stuff, it's basically like C4. I don't know why it's legal, but I'm very grateful that it is. And it's like clay, and you can use as much or as little as you want. And it goes boom, boom. It explodes, and it is awesome. One year we used so much of it that when we shot it, it exploded. And I mean, it had to have been like 50 yards or more away from this building next to the cabin we stay in, which is kind of like a picnic area. And it just has windows all the way around it. Dude, it shattered the window. Shattered the window. Just exploded. Dude, the guy was upset who owned the place, but I didn't care. And I'll tell you why I didn't care. He smashed the windshield of my sister's car one year. Now, we've been going and doing this trip since we were in our 20s. All right, maybe even 23, 24, a long time. And one year, my car was in the shop or something. My sister it was around Christmas time, didn't need her vehicle, so I was able to drive her vehicle up there. Well, the dude that owned the place, he was burning trash in a 55-gallon burning drum. That's how we do it in the country, folks. All right, we just throw it into a big drum, we light it on fire, we burn whatever we want, mainly tires. And yeah, he was burning some stuff, and literally, you couldn't even have timed this better. I'm parked in front of the cabin. I open the door to go outside, and as I open the door, dude, a beer bottle just falls from the sky, hits my sister's windshield, and the bottle explodes, and where it hit the windshield exploded too. And he didn't care at all. And he didn't care. So when we blew up basically the dynamite and it exploded the window, I told him, I was like, Tom, you shattered my windshield of my sister's vehicle and you didn't care at all. I don't know if I just used his name or not. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, dude. Try explaining that to your sister. Try explaining that to your sister. I had to drive back with the windshield shattered and then return her car and then tell her that the dude was burning trash and a bottle shot up in the air and rained down from the heavens and exploded the windshield. She still doesn't believe me to this day. She thinks that it is a more believable story that I was hammered and grabbed, chugged my beer, finished it, took it and just threw it at her windshield as hard as I could and then laughed apparently like a complete lunatic. Like straight up like ludicrous. Either the rapper or the word. Your pick. Your pick. So the Gladiator games are returning. The Roman Empire is on the rise. And I say this because I guess Trump is going to have a UFC fight on, I guess because, okay, I'm gonna start this over. For everyone that's just listening to the audio, know that I think I've explained this to you before. When I'm filming the video, you're seeing how the sausage is made. I'm like, okay, this might make a good clip, a good reel. You know that we have to do reels in order to survive as a society, in order to survive as an individual in this digital world. you have to make reels. Everyone knows that. You have oxygen, you have water, you have food, you have reels. These are the main ingredients. That's why I remember Captain America. You got earth, water, fire, and they all have these rings and they shoot them in the air. And then just like a super flamboyant guy in a mullet pops out of the earth. He's like, I'm going to save the day. Well, nowadays it would be like, it would be like fire, water, earth, reels. I don't know. Now that I said that out loud, it sounds really stupid. I don't care. I'm standing by it. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it, son. So Trump is going to have a UFC fight on the south lawn of the White House June 14th, 2026 for his 80th birthday. This is a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. That's something an emperor would do. In ancient Rome, Gladiator, maybe you've seen it. Gladiator 2, hopefully you haven't seen it. I mean, it was all right, I guess. I had friends that just hated it. They're like, I turned it off. I turned this fire dump off. And they didn't like it. I mean, I didn't think it was entirely too bad. I mean, I wish they would have kept that scene in of Denzel kissing that man, though. Ooh, Denzel. I'm glad they cut it out. Shame on Denzel. See, look at that. I can play both sides. Bad, good, bad. Whatever. All right. Why did he do that? Denzel Washington's just going around, making the rounds, going, I kissed the guy. I kissed him. Yeah, you should have seen it. It was great. They cut it out. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I made out with the guy. He's, Denzel. And there was something else there I was going to say. I can't remember what it was. All right, so Trump is going to host a UFC fight on the south lawn of the White House June 14th, 2026. This, then it got me thinking, like, the United States is, the foundation is set to bring back the gladiator games, to bring back the fighting of humans till death, to bring back, humans fighting animals, lions. I'm sure we could ship some in from Africa. Tigers, ship those in. Bears, we have some of those. Mountain lions, we have a plethora. Coyotes, wild pack of coyotes. Pump them full of meth, let them loose in the stadium, and people would go nuts. We're set up, there's 32. Wait, I have the exact amount here. All right, so there is 30 NFL stadiums used by 32, so a couple teams share. That's 30 stadiums that could just be, that are just ready. They're ready to go for the gladiator games. And then on top of that, there's 136 college stadiums. Like the Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, for the Huskers. I mean, that's a beautiful stadium. That's a beautiful stadium that could be used to house humans fighting to the death. I mean, this is the first step. The first step is having a UFC fight on the lawns of the White House with the president sitting there like whatever his name is. What is his name? Phoenix? Joaquin. That's why I can't remember it. Crazy name. Crazy spelling. He should have just changed his name to Todd. Joaquin Phoenix. Todd Phoenix. Tim Phoenix. Ramalama Ding Dong Phoenix. Anything but Joaquin. It's just no one likes the spelling. So you should change it for us. Yeah, just sitting there. Like Trump is going to be sitting there, in the middle, watching these two men beat the living hell out of each other. And then he's going to give the thumbs down, or he's going to give the thumbs up. And then, someone has to die. So that's happening June 14th, 2026. That's the day. And then from there, when things just get even crazier than they are now, they'll open up the stadiums and we'll ride some chariots. But now they'll be like Teslas, instead of people like doing chariot fights, they'll have like self-driving Teslas. Oh, the future. You still haven't made a flying car, man. You still haven't done it. Hoverboards, where are they? We have all this incredible technology, but what we really want the most is what we were promised in Back to the Future 2, and that is the hoverboard. That is the technology that we want the most out of all the technologies, and no one will give it to us, okay, Elon? Can you put the going to Mars on hold for a minute? Can you put the shooting rockets into the sky and having them explode on hold for a minute and make us our damn hoverboards? All right, we've been waiting patiently since the 80s. I mean, I think it's really cool that a Tesla that can drop you off. This is what he posted on his X that I saw when I was scrolling. I don't even follow him, but I think that since he owns it, he just makes sure that everyone sees what he posts. I mean, that's what I'd do if I owned it, because like everybody right now is just fighting the algorithm, like post and how do I get more people to see it? How do I tap into that algorithm and ride that wave, get in the current and ride it, ride the algorithm, ride. How do you do it? Well, Elon Musk can just make sure everyone sees what he posts because he owns it, and that alone is probably worth owning it in his mind. And I mean, everybody would love that, wouldn't they not? Yeah, so he posted that Tesla, it will drop you off at the entrance to a store, then it will go find a parking spot, and then when you're ready to go, you can hit a button and the Tesla will come back and pick you up. Well, that's cool, except you want to know what? It still has wheels. We're over wheels. We're tired of them. We want to fly. We want to fly like Mark Wahlberg, like a peacock. And you just won't give it to us. You have the technology. We see it flying in the skies, flying all over. If I find out that those aliens are riding hoverboards, I'm going to be pissed. All right, so that's it right there. Speaking of the future, this is great news. That pretentious douchebag who thinks that he is unable to age, Jared Leto, his movie Tron, Ares, apparently it's awful. I could have told you that. I could have told you, why is this guy able to make so many movies? He sucks. All right, the best movie he made was when he didn't eat, he starved himself and had AIDS. That's why they gave him an error. Like, that is who you are. That's the closest to who you actually are as a person. That's why you did so good at it and we gave you an award. And then you just try to be someone who isn't a skinny AIDS patient. I don't know. Yeah, dude, this headline is great. Tron Ares is so bad, it makes you wish AI. I'm holding this up here. Yeah, the AI, the headline for Tron, for the movie. How the fuck? Okay, I'm trying to speak English now. I'm doing my best. The new movie Tron Ares, starring Jared Leto, sucks so bad that the headline to this review in the Telegraph is, Tron Ares is so bad, it makes you wish AI would hurry up and destroy Hollywood. Yeah, and it just goes on that it sucks. So Jared Leto is the world's greatest artificial intelligence program, and he beams out of his evil programmer's mainframe into the real world via a gigantic 3D printer. I could have told anyone that this was going to suck. And then it goes on, and then this is the same guy that was in Suicide Squad and played the worst Joker in the history of Batman Jokers. The absolute worst. I mean, if you could just... He made Joker into someone that wasn't even scary. Who wasn't even a bat. Like, if you ran into this Joker, you would not be afraid of him. You'd be like, you are a douchebag. And then you would make fun of him. Plain and simple. Yeah, it sucks. Suicide Squad is the worst movie ever made. I firmly believe that. That movie was so bad. Normally I'll turn off a bad movie, like the Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or whatever, the one with Shia LaBeouf, where Harrison Ford is on a nuclear bomb test ground and a nuclear bomb's about to go off. So he gets inside of a refrigerator, and then the bomb explodes, and he shoots through the air in a refrigerator like a cartoon, and then lands and bounces like that, and then gets out, and he's fine because the refrigerator, they were made really well back then, and they could withstand nuclear blasts. But nowadays, the refrigerators just suck so incredibly bad that... well, they suck. They break. What more? I mean, you want an old school. You want one that you could, that if Russia was going to attack us right now and drop nuclear bombs, you could get inside your refrigerator and live, just like in Indiana Jones. I turned it off at that point. I turned it off. I said, this blows. It was so stupid. But Suicide Squad was so bad that I had to watch it to the end because I couldn't even believe that this movie got made and that there were this many famous actors in it. Will Smith's Deadshot or whatever, it was, dude, there was a scene in that movie where it was like in slow-mo and Will Smith's like, and it is what the kids... To steal the vernacular of a 2-year-old, it was cringe. So cringe. Man, I hated that movie. All right, so anyways, Ares. And then guess what? I just find it interesting. So it's always got some sort of like hidden, so many movies have that hidden... satanic agenda, plot line, storyline hidden in the movie. And, the Jared Leto is the Satanist for sure. Morbius. How many shitty movies are they going to make this guy, let this guy make? I mean, prior to this, like a few months ago, there was an article that came out that said that he has sexually assaulted like all these women and possibly even, I'm going to pull it up right now actually. And I remember then seeing a video where like nothing will happen to Jared Leto. No one cares about these allegations. He's too well connected. And it's true. This movie just came out and no one's talking about it. Remember when The Flash, that Ezra dude was like kidnapping women and starting a cult and it was all over and it destroyed that movie? None of that happened with with this movie. Maybe because it's so bad, they're like, it'll destroy itself. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Jared Leto accused of sexual misconduct by 9 women. Look at this. This is what I'm saying right here, okay? This is why this dude is a douchebag. Could you look at that, please? He's wearing a see-through garbage bag t-shirt with fake blood on his fingertips, sticking his tongue out. God. And we just let him keep making music and movies, don't we? Yeah, new report. Oh, look at this. One woman said that back in 2006 when she was 16 years old. So he's a pedo too. No one cares. They're like, let him make Tron. And I think he even has more movies coming out. And yeah, it goes on. I mean, I can't even read this. He's asked this 16-year-old, like, have you ever had a boyfriend? And then asked her if she's ever done sex things. Very specific. But no one cared. No one has even brought it up. There's no controversy surrounding it. Like, Jared Leto starring in a movie is accused by 9. Think about how all the other people whose careers were destroyed by just allegations. I mean, one of them who was a comedian, Brian Callen. His entire career is in the Goldbergs, had another TV show, like the 1990s or something like that. Back to school, something with that, okay? And yeah, allegations came out from like 20-some years ago, and they're like, they canceled everything. Jared Leto has allegations of him doing PDF things, and no one cares. No one cares. I wonder why. So the satanic plot line in this movie, it's very obvious. So in the first act of this movie, Leno serves as the villain, but after rebelling against his creator. Really? After rebelling against his creator? Kind of like how Satan rebelled against God. So I guess maybe he's the fallen angel from the digital world in this story. But after rebelling against his creator and being supplanted by his former right-hand woman, Jodie Turner-Smith's, or who the hell? Too many names. So he goes to Earth, and then he reinvents himself as Eve's sworn defender. Eve's sworn defender. So that's my alarm, but we're gonna keep going. That's a past alarm. It's from the past. It's from when I hit record several times today and then had to stop for different various reasons. Usually I can just hit record and go, but then right off the bat, hiccups. All right, so all right, reset here. I'm getting too distracted. Let's start over from the top here. Okay. So Leto is the villain. He rebels against his creator, who I guess earlier in this article it talks about how he was made by an evil programmer and stuck in the mainframe, and then he got out using a giant 3D printer. And then he goes to Earth, where he is a character named Eve's sworn defender. So what do you have? You have Lucifer rebelling against God, coming to Earth, convincing Eve to eat the apple, giving her knowledge of good and evil, which Satanists think is a fantastic thing. And that's essentially the plot line of this movie. So, on that note, Jared Leto, you suck. No one enjoys your movies. Just the cold hard truth. Except your cult members who go to that island with you, and Lord knows what happens there. Probably nothing good. Probably nothing good at all. Just wearing, I mean, you saw it. He's got a picture of him. I mean, people listening to this, you didn't see it, but there's a picture of Jared Leto wearing a see-through garbage bag t-shirt like he's Kanye West's girlfriend. All right, we're going to have a great weekend. You're going to have a great weekend. I'm going to be back on Monday, 10 a.m., tell you about the hunting trip that I'm going on, except I won't be hunting. I haven't hunted for, I think, 5 years. I just go to hang out with the boys and chill and do cabin things, have fires, shoot guns, stuff like that. But I no longer find it necessary. It's not enjoyable for me to kill animals. I prefer to see them live, but nothing against you or, anybody else who enjoys hunting. It is part of life. But I opted out, and that's okay too. So, even though we have different points of views, we can love each other. We can hold hands and listen to We Are the World. Have a great weekend. Be back on Monday. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. It's 62 on YouTube. 62 subscribers is phenomenal. Incredible. Very excited about it. We're going up, taking it to as high as can be. There are no limits. Give us our hoverboards. Have a good day.